Welcome to Miele. My name is Vicki Robb and I'm in the Miele Experience Center in Princeton, New Jersey. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a quick pan sauce for steamed swordfish using our gas range and our Combi-Steam oven. While there's no doubt that our Combi-Steam and our steam oven are perfect for steaming fish on its own, it can be a little bland, and that's why this pan sauce is really going to make it something special. Still, we do want to season our swordfish a little bit, and let's talk about our swordfish. So I have a beautiful swordfish steak. I'm leaving the skin on, and it's about 3/4 of an inch thick. That's important because that will tell me about how long to steam my fish. So for 3/4 of an inch, I'm going to use steam for 5 minutes. If it was over an inch, I'd probably go an extra minute to 6 minutes. While the pan sauce is gonna be amazing, we do wanna season the swordfish a little bit. So let's just add some salt and pepper. You don't have to go too crazy, just a little extra flavor while it's steaming. So we're going to use our perforated steam pan that comes with the Combi-Steam, and I'm actually going to place the solid pan underneath it. We're going to use the pan drippings for something in the pan sauce. So let's go ahead and place that in our perforated pan, and then we'll head on over to our Combi-Steam oven and get it programmed. Our Combi-Steam oven isn't plumb, so I made sure I filled the water reservoir with water, and I can lower my panel. We're going to put our swordfish on shelf level 2 with the solid pan underneath on shelf level 1. And we will go right into the steam cooking mode and program it for 5 minutes. And while that is steaming, we can go over to the cooktop and get started on the pan sauce. We're using our 30-inch Miele range with the griddle. Really great high BTU output for this sauce. And I'm gonna start with a 1/2 cup of white wine. I'm using a nice Chardonnay. Whatever wine you happen to like would probably be the best one to use. And then we're going to put this in our pan and reduce it by half. So you really want to have a nice powerful burner, get that heat up high. And I'm just gonna leave that, let it come to a boil. And while that is reducing, I can chop up my butter. So we have 4 tablespoons of butter, and once we're ready for it, we don't want it in one big piece. So I'm just gonna cut it into about 1/2 tablespoon pieces with a nice sharp knife and set that aside. One of the best ingredients in here are those capers, so let's get our capers chopped. It just uses a tablespoon. This is just 1 piece of swordfish, so you don't need that many. If you have multiple pieces, you could just increase the quantity of the sauce very easily. And I'm just gonna give these a rough chop. I'm gonna actually add a few more. I want a full tablespoon. And my wine is already starting to boil. And I hear my steam oven with my swordfish is almost done. It has 3 more minutes. So the timing will be just right to add those pan drippings to the wine. Okay, now that these are ready, I'm just gonna transfer them to a bowl. So we'll let the wine continue to reduce. I see we have 2 minutes now on our swordfish, so let's head over there and get it out of the oven. All right, here we are. Let's take out this swordfish, see how it looks. Looks pretty good to me, but let's make it even better with this extra sauce. So we need these pan drippings. It's gonna be just enough pan drippings to add to that wine with so much flavor. So let's head back over to our cooktop. It looks like I got back just in the nick of time, so I'm gonna turn this down. Our wine is reduced, and I'm gonna transfer my swordfish. Ooh, got a little steamy there. put my swordfish on a plate and put it in my warming drawer for the next few minutes. And now we're gonna measure out our pan drippings. Use whatever you have. If it's not exactly a 1/4 cup, it's gonna add so much flavor. And I do have exactly a 1/2 cup. So we're gonna add that in, bring it back up to a boil. Just take a few minutes to reduce it slightly. Okay, everything's nicely reduced. We have about 1/3 cup right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the butter. And also our capers. You can kind of see in the camera, it's just really nice golden color from reducing that sauce. The butter is gonna make it nice and creamy. Just take a minute to melt that butter. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna add a little additional salt and pepper. Capers are pretty salty, so be careful adding too much salt without tasting. It smells amazing. The capers, the butter, and just that hint of wine because it's really reduced down so much. It's not a very strong smell. Okay, now we're gonna add some parsley in. Parsley is such a great flavor and it's gonna bring the bright green color. Just whisk those together a little bit. And now we just top it on our swordfish. Oh, it's so buttery and yummy looking. I'm gonna pour it right over this swordfish. Look how nice and thick it got by whisking it. Oh, so good. So, super easy, super fast, really made something special out of a simple piece of swordfish. So I hope you will try this recipe and enjoy it at home.